What's going on, y'all? It is Cop Pizzle. Getting ready to start do a YouTube video, and then this kind of popped up on my Twitter feed, and I thought it would be a great thing to open up the video with. So back in May 12th of this year, I made a post where I said, imagine thinking Pat Shurmur is a better head coach than Jason Garrett. Can't wait for Caveman Bobby to find out the hard way this year. Okay? So, obviously, Bobby Skinner from Talking Giants, crackhead Bobby, deep down believes that Pat Shurmur is a better head coach or better coach than Jason Garrett. I don't know. I guess, I don't know why some of these idiots, and again, I've said it a lot of these content creators do not care if the Giants win or lose. What they care about is their narrative and the things that they think is true being correct, okay? And of course, he responded to me yesterday. Did we find out anything yet? So imagine being a Giants fan, okay? Calling yourself a Giants fan. Just imagine. And you're rooting on the Denver Broncos yesterday so that your narrative or your opinion is right. Like, imagine that. Like, I talk about this a lot, about how content creators don't care if the Giants really win or lose. They just want their opinion to be correct. I say it about Mike Too Nice all the time. Crackhead Bobby. There's a reason why I can't get along with these geeks. Because they don't live in the same world that I live in. It just doesn't exist. These guys want to be doom and gloomers. They want, and like, here's the stupid thing about Bob is like that's his first real thing that he's been like. I don't even know if it's fair to say that you're correct on it because it's one game of 17. But I guess because there's a head-to-head thing, like whatever. Like okay. Like the Broncos beat the Giants yesterday. It happens. It's part of sports. Which then leads me to the point of this video. I have so many people, like, whether it's on Twitter, my post-game video, whatever. So many people are coming to me and coming to my doorstep today, and they're just doom and gloomers. Like, they are ready to already jump off the bridge. Week one, right? I mean, it's going to be the same old Giants that we saw in 2020 and before that, and they're ready to jump off. And I'll be the first to tell you, okay? I'll be the first to tell you that there's no question that if you want to hold a guy like Jason Garrett accountable, that's fine. You should do the same for Joe Judge. You should do the same for Daniel Jones. You should do the same for everybody. Everybody in the organization, all the way up to the owner, everybody should be held accountable for every loss that the Giants suffer. Because obviously I think we all think this Giants team should be good this season. It's so funny because like there's another little deal I'm going on in Twitter where there was a fourth down play where the Giants they tried to throw a pass to Kenny Golladay that ended up being incomplete. And there's the narrative is Jason Garrett's a terrible play caller. Jason Garrett, whatever. Like, but if you're always going to rely on the offensive coordinator to draw up an amazing play, these amazing concepts, amazing plays, then why do you go out and even bother getting a number one receiver, a free agent receiver? If you throw a pass to Kenny Golladay, who has man-on-man coverage, one-on-one coverage, this is no different than basketball. If it's man-on-man, you have to beat your man. Daniel's got to make the throw. Like you can question the play call all you want to, but did Daniel Jones, the franchise quarterback, did he make the throw? And did our number one receiver, Kenny Golladay, make the play? No. So there's three people involved there: Jason Garrett, Daniel Jones, Kenny Golladay. Like they're all involved. Why do you push this narrative that one person is it to blame? Like, I don't what? just don't understand why all these giant content. I don't understand why you're so narrative driven. Like, how do you live? Like, of course, there are things that the Giants have on their roster and their team that I don't agree with, but like, that doesn't mean that I'm going to just hope that those outcomes happen so that I can be like, yeah, I'm right. Like, I understand Bobby. I mean, he's living in a trailer park in the middle of Florida, cooking away. Like, I get that. Like, you ain't got much going on, Eli. Like, I understand. Like, you need some type of acceptance. I don't fucking know. Like, but it's weird. But going on with this, look, there are plenty of channels, including Crackhead's channel, okay, here on YouTube that will entertain your doom and gloom narrative. You know, EDP built an Eagles channel literally on doom and gloom. Okay? Hell, the Entertainer will entertain your doom and gloom thoughts. I'm just not built that way. And I'm not going to stay that way. I'm going to look at the positives, and I'm going to fight as a Giants fan. As a true Giants fan, I'm going to fight to the bitter end. And that's always how my channel's been going. I mean, hell, you look at last year. I literally went in the last week of the season. I went on an Eagles Philly 500's channel, streamed with him during the game, and rooted on one of my most hated rivals, the Philadelphia Eagles, because if they win, it helps the Giants make the playoffs. I will fight literally to the bitter end until the Giants are mathematically impossible. I don't know how any of you can say you're Giant fans without looking at the history of how this team has operated and realize that the first couple weeks, the first week, yeah, it means something, but it doesn't mean the end. It doesn't mean your narrative is already correct. That means you're a 5-fucking-minute man, and clearly you have already shown you can't go 60. I don't know how to quit. If you're telling me right now that this plane that we're on has no fucking landing gear, then get the fuck out of the way. I'll figure out how to land this bird. Like, if you want to quit, go ahead and jump out the plane. Go ahead and jump. Nobody's keeping you on the plane. Jump. I don't understand how anybody can watch football week in, week out with such a negative attitude. The Broncos beat us man on man. Everybody, they got beat. The Giants got beat. The Broncos played better. Simple as that. Absolutely, as a fan, you can be upset about that. Absolutely. But to already want to sit here and burn everything down because of one game? Why? I don't get that. I don't understand that. That's such a loser mentality. I'm willing to give Jason Garrett, Daniel Jones, Kenny Golladay, Saquon Barkley, Joe Judge. I'm willing to give these guys more opportunities to either win me over or to lose me. These same people that say this are the same people that are still in love with Evan Ingram when he's clearly lost me. Because I've given him seasons. Multiple. Like, I don't understand how people can be this way. I don't get it. I do not get it. I do not understand it. It doesn't, I don't live in a world where I see dark clouds ahead. I don't live in that world. So if you want to be that way, absolutely, and I understand it will hurt, it hurts my channel, right? Because like I said, there's guys like Entertainer, and I'm sure Bad Dog's one of them, that they want your doom and gloom because it helps the channel. I don't give a shit. This is a part of a section of YouTube. My channel is a part of Giants content where we're gonna fight over here. We're 60-minute men over here. Make a joke about 60 minutes, but the fact is, half of you fucking virgins anyways, and you couldn't even imagine even having a baby. So, so you can joke about 60, but you can't even get your dick wet. But nevertheless, this side of the fence, this side of the tracks, this side of the water, whatever you want to say, we're going to fight. We're going to stay in it. We're going to root on Jason Garrett. We're not going to care about some dumbass narrative, okay? We're going to, like I said, we're streaming Thursday night against Washington. We're streaming Thursday night. We're excited about that. Like, I'm excited to watch the Giants play again. So what? We watched 60 minutes we watched 30 minutes of something football and then 30 minutes of terrible football, okay? That doesn't mean that they can't get something going. It's nuts to me. I mean, there's so many people that just prove. Like, I like a little adversity. I like the taste of blood. Okay? I like the fact that the Broncos punched us in the mouth. That's what makes it fucking fun. The hurt of watching your team struggle is what makes it so great when good things happen. When they do go on and win a Super Bowl. It's games like yesterday that make it fun. It wouldn't be fun if your team just dominated all the fucking time. You'd get bored. It's just, it's gross to me that content creators only want to see their narrative and don't really care about the Giants like some of us do. Maybe at the end of the day, it's just simply that we're just built different.